Shopley fam. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. Hit the Q&A box and let us know where you are tuning in from. I think this is my favorite part. I love seeing all the different countries represent. So for those, we're going to jump straight in tonight because we're already right on 10 o'clock and we have a huge call planned for you tonight. We have an amazing lineup. We know that upgrades are in full swing. We have Founders Club members coming through, and you're going to hear from a couple of them tonight about how they went about it, but more importantly, now that they're Founders Club, how they're going to work with their team to make sure they're part of becoming part of the Founders Club as well, which is crucial. And I know you're all waiting with bated breath to hear about the Shoply app and the onboarding of merchants. So I'm not going to steal anyone's thunder. I am going to throw to the man who needs no introduction, co-founder Nick Sanacolo. Are you there, Nick?
I'm here. What's happening? How are you?
Good. Lots happening. It's really exciting time, as you know.
Yeah, well, I hope everybody has got everybody logging in right now because today is a historical day for Shopley. It's something we've worked very hard for you could say a year, but we've worked extremely hard towards since we made the decision in about February. Today is the day that everybody's ability to enroll a merchant is possible. And not when I say is possible, I mean via a Shopify integration. Shoply 3.0 merchant enrollment it's live, it's rolling, it's working. We have already onboarded several merchants from our 2.0 ecosystem. And I just want to give a huge round of applause, lots of love, shout out to all involved, everybody that touched it, everybody that worked on it, everybody from the devs to marketing to integration to anybody that touched this project. You guys probably have already looked, but if you haven't looked, your ability to sign up a merchant has gone live today. And again, we have already onboarded several, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. A lot about this here in about 10 minutes. What we're going to start with tonight is we're going to start with recognizing our newest three Founders Club members, and let's create obviously some knowledge base or some understanding or context of what that is and why that's important. So if you're brand new to the team, you just joined the last week, welcome. You've joined a company that is in its early stages of what we believe will be a hyper growth company over the next 12 to 24 months. It took us a good year to get the idea, the communication of it, the delivery of it, and the most importantly, the execution and technology of it in alignment so that we could celebrate days like today. And all of you guys who have been a part of this since day one, thank you. And all of you guys that have joined in the last day, thank you. We are a software that is making the integration between a small to medium business owner from the e-commerce perspective to an affiliate army around the world. And nobody's ever attempted to do what we're doing at the way that we're doing it. It's a big undertaking. It's a big dream. And if you want to know why, it's because for the last 10 years, commerce, specifically e-commerce, has become so centralized by a handful of companies that it's driving out every dollar of profitability to the small and medium business owner, to the team builder, to the influencer. And we want to drive profitability back into the hands of the people that are responsible for creating the goods, for selling the goods, for spreading the word. And how much money does Facebook need? How much money does Google need? How much money does Amazon need? I know the businesses we work with need more. I know the people that we work with deserve more. And that's the premise of why we're creating what we're creating. Never forget that. That's why it's so important, the work that we're doing and why we're doing it. So those folks that are part of our founders clubs are the ones that are the first to take the most amount of action. Again, they're the ones not to take the first to take action. I think everybody's out there taking action, but they're taking the most amount of action. They're taking the most amount of action successfully. And the Founders Club allows somebody not only to have, a 2x multiplier on all of their marketplace commissions for their first 12 weeks. After their first 30 days, it'll be their first 12 weeks of receiving marketplace commissions. They're going to get 2 times those commissions. But also the first 100 to do it will have a very special place in the history of this company. They will be a group of people that will forever be VIP seating, special discounts, special meet and greets, special opportunities of training and getting access to speakers and content, no cost for corporate events. So this is an individual that's literally saving thousands upon thousands of dollars based on enrolling their first 3 influencer pros inside of the first 30 days. Now I've got 3 newbies that have done it. So I'm going to bring those 3 on. We're going to start first. It is 2 in the morning in the Netherlands, and Claudia has to get up for work in 4 hours. And here she is, one of our newest Founders Club member, joining us at 2 in the morning to tell her story, why she's here, why this work is important to her, and what she recommends to all of you. So if I could grab Claudia. Claudia, are you out there tonight?
Yes, I am. Good morning, good evening. How are you all?
Good morning and good morning to you.
Yes, 2 a.m. in the night. No, but it's okay.
Tell
I
us why
didn't
you're
want to
so
miss
excited
this.
about this project. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us why it's working.
Well, for me, this is a huge chance to change the whole game of the web shops everywhere in the world, because right now many are struggling, spending money on ads without even knowing if they reach their target market or make their sales. And well, with my background of marketing and economics, it was a no-brainer to step in. I've honestly never seen an opportunity to start a business with just $7.99 upfront payment and such an easy return of investment. And then not to forget about the $1 that a company or a web shop can step in to just taste a piece of it, if it will be working for them or not. So, and what it makes truly unique is the exclusivity, because you cannot enter without a referral. So you always be part of a team. You are not alone. Even if you have a web shop, you're not alone. And you want to be part of this, I believe. And every entrepreneur, with or without a web shop, who truly understands sales, should just join immediately. That is what I'm thinking. And I love to work with my new team. They are very enthusiastic. I speak to them daily. I even see them in the office, because I have the luck of having a small, how do you say it? A small office where I can invite people during my own work. So I'm very happy to be part of the whole Shopee team, and I wish everybody success, because most of all, what we do is fun and what we have together. So I really enjoy to be part of this.
Beautifully stated. So let me go a little bit deeper onto, let's say, more of the mechanics. So did you approach people that you're close to? Did you approach business people? Did you approach, are you having business conversation? Well, what's kind of more of the mechanics about how you got your first 3 influencer pros?
Well, I made a list up front, I think over 120 people, which I know in my network, sports, school, former people that live around, et cetera, et cetera. And I didn't even made a, how do you call it, came up with the idea like, okay, they're not done for it, or they can do it, or they have time, or they have no time. I just wrote down all the names. And then I made a breakdown, like who would I love to be working with, and what are they doing now, and what could join in. And a few have a web shop, a few were already in kind of network marketing. And then I just make a breakdown, and it came down to about 20, 25 people. And then I started just to connect again. Some people I did speak on the social media once in a while already. I've lived around the world, so in Aruba I made some contacts, etc., etc. So yeah, step by step, and then I was just lucky to have a few very enthusiastic people, so it was easy actually.
Perfect. So the step one is you made a list, which is literally the first thing you should do in any business at any time, whether your list is in a CRM or it's written with a piece of paper or chalk on a chalkboard. I don't care. You've got to start visually with what's the group of people that you're targeting and how many people do you think, however the presentation went down, doesn't matter. How many total people do you think looked at the entire presentation until you got your 3? Were you 3 for 3? Did you have to present to 8 to get 3, 10 to get 3? How many did it take before you got your 3?
Well, 10 maybe max. I had that group that wanted to be part of it, but they got stuck with their own job, so that were 3 people that worked together. So yeah, I think maybe 9, maybe even 9. Not only 9 people, I think.
So 67% of people that looked at it said no.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people want everybody to say yes. And because everybody doesn't say yes, they're so afraid to talk to the next one and talk to the next one. But you literally just said, hey, guys, 67% of them said no, 33% said yes. And I got my first 3. Now, you also have 100 plus people on the list. You've probably reached out to, I'm going to guess, you probably reached out to 30, 9 looked at a presentation, 3 signed up. Is that probably pretty accurate?
No,
30?
I talked to 12, and I even
Okay.
got my fourth. I got my 4th person today, so I have 4 now.
Congratulations.
But,
well done.
yes, thank you, thank you. Yeah,
Good.
12, I believe. 12 people I talked to, and 9
Talked to
came
12,
into.
presented to 9, signed up 4. Guys, she is absolutely crushing it. And I'm so happy to be working with you. And obviously your leader, Winnie. You guys are the first. Wait, let me think. You're the second country. There's 2 countries that got 2, the Netherlands and the US. So congratulations to you, Claudia. Super happy for you.
Thank you.
Go
And
to
thanks for
sleep. We
Winnie
love
too.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Okay,
Ciao,
we're
ciao.
going to jump over. Same message, same conversation. Tennessee, United States. Founders Club member Martin White. Let's grab you.
Hey, Nick, can you hear me?
I can, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great, buddy. I really appreciate this opportunity. I am thrilled to be part of this elite club. I tell you, I got in before there was a website. Tito called me and said, Martin, now you need to look at something. I said, no, Tito, I'm done with some things. But he convinced me. He convinced me, and I looked at it, and then I thought, I have no clue what I've just looked at. But I can tell you, I have maybe missed 3 or 4 of the total number of Zoom calls that you all have done from the very beginning. And I'm loving it, every minute of it, absolutely loving it. Love the leaders that I've got on my team. Love you guys. Love being in Miami with you in July 18th and 19th. And appreciate all the help that you guys have given me. Actually started a written list. Got 30 on there pretty quick. Then it went to 40 and then 50. And now it's a little over 200 on my list because I keep adding to it every day. I've sent the link to a number of people, but I've had maybe just 8 or 10 really good conversations with people. And yeah, I finally got my 3, but I found out that it takes conversations. You just can't send the link out to them, even though you send a little message with it. It doesn't work. You've got to talk to them. You got to help them understand that nothing like this has ever been done before, and it's not just another one of those things out there. So that's what I'm pumped about. I love the idea of it, and boy, I'm ready to run with it. Absolutely ready to run with it.
Well, I'm excited. I honestly thought you would have presented to more people. So I'm actually very happy for you that you were super honest in your conversations. Hey guys, I've sent the link out to a whole bunch of people. And guess what? Sending a link ain't gonna get it done. Ain't gonna get it done. And I'm very happy that you called that out because people appreciate direct dialogues in a world of pure digital. People respect a dialogue. And you've had 10 conversations, real conversations. You got 3. Claudia, same numbers. 10 conversations, she's got 3. Right? So guys, this is really interesting that their data is exactly the same. Martin, any closing thoughts for you to anybody out there that's either just joined or been with us for, since the beginning of time?
Plug in, stay connected to the leaders, the people that invited you. They will help you any kind of way that they can. You got to believe in them, and you got to be on the Zoom call so you stay up to date and know what's going on. And just talk to people from your heart. I mean, that's all it is. Just talk to people from your heart, and you'll get them. It may take a little time, but you'll get them.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Martin. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay, we're going to shoot back across the other side of the world. So we started in the Netherlands. We came over to the United States. Now we're going to go 12 hours the other direction, and we're going to go all the way over to Vietnam. And, Mike, I know we've been in contact for months and months and months. Guys, I'll tell you, Mike's English is probably 60%. My Vietnamese is 0%. But I'll say to all of you, this guy is such a focused, driven leader, loyal, patient, strategic, and I've just enjoyed working with him so much so. And forever will be one of our first 10 ever. First top 10 Founders Club members. Mike Tran, how you doing tonight?
Yes, I feel so great tonight. Yeah. Yes.
Well, brother, share anything you want to share, the best that you can.
Yes. I have been doing in network about 23 years, and I am a speaker for about 16 or 17 years in Vietnam, and I never seen opportunity like this, like Shoply, because I think this is a huge opportunity. This is very new and different idea from the market. This is the innovation. It's true innovation, yes, and very different from the all other company and opportunity all around the world, because this is a platform, and we will dominate the consumer markets in the future, because we provide technology and the idea and the community of influencer to partner and entrepreneur. Yes. And I think this is the future of commerce, because social commerce is the mega trend in the next decade, and we have the right vision and sharp vision to join in and to lead the social commerce market. Yes.
Mike, I'm so freaking proud of you, brother. I know that you've got probably another 100 in your team that you'll be signing up in the next couple months. But I wanted to just tell you that I love working with you. Rachel, anything you want to share? I know you and Mike have worked very closely the last 30 days. You actually went to Vietnam to work with Mike. Anything that you want to share here, Rachel, since I got you on the line with Mike?
Look, I just love Mike. I love, his understanding of everything Shoply. I love his dedication, being there in person with him and his team, and just, language is always very difficult when my Vietnamese is a bit like yours, Nick, it's 0. But what I found was you could feel their passion. You could really feel how much they wanted this, how focused they were. And it was just being in that room. And I think I even come back and said to you, Nick, like, as much as I couldn't understand everything they were saying, I could feel that they are going to do big things. And I think this is just step 1 for you, Mike. I'm so excited to continue working with you, and I think we're going to see big things from you for sure. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Vietnam. It's very first Founders Club member. Congratulations to Mike.
Yes.
Thrilled to be
And I have one little message I want to send. Yes. I am honored to be Founder Club, and I want to say thank you to Mr. Nick and Ms. Rachel to have the Vietnam team. And I want to tell you, I wish I have a time day and night to say about Shoply because this is the right time to expand. And in my mind, you can only work with two kind of people who see the vision that you see and who believe in the vision that you have. So don't wait for people. Go and take the right person to our business because the right person will see the right vision. Only that. And this is the pioneer period. Don't wait for people. Go and say and go founder. Yes. Thank you so much.
Well said, guys. Wow, probably the most profound message you'll hear tonight with a man whose English is maybe his third language and has absolutely delivered a beautiful message tonight. So, Mike, congratulations to you. Guys, I want you to think about the diversity of what we're doing, the beauty of it. Vietnam, the Netherlands, Tennessee. Also, Rachel just chimed in from Australia. I'm down here in Florida. Like now, let's actually bring on one of our panelists tonight, just because I know he's loving watching this popcorn all over the place. We got in Australia one of our early adopters, one of our great leaders. I'm going to bring on from just real quick. In a moment here, we're going to shift over to talk about the merchant experience. But Craig, how cool is this to watch happening, man? We're starting to see it pop a little bit in different countries. What are your thoughts just about this last couple of weeks?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's super exciting because look, it's been a bit of an adventure, a journey, like leading into Shoply 1.0. Everyone saw the vision, and to now, history, as you said, this new technology is absolutely unbelievable. But the one thing that I would say in regards, a few of the leaders were talking about, this is new, this is different. This actually gives you an opportunity to present 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on multiple levels. We have opportunities for vendors to make sales, so you can be presenting to vendors. If you want to just take some time out and start selling products, you can do that. Sitting next to someone on a plane and they say that they're interested in pets, you say, oh, you should check out my pet products on my Shoply business. And Influencer Pros, you have the full opportunity 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to be making sales. And when you're in that position, you're in a position of power. So that's what I would say about the opportunity just off the bat.
Well, brother, I know you're as excited, as happy as I am for this next piece, which is today we are live with Shoply 3.0 for merchants. The marketplace is coming in a few weeks. We are live with the merchants. We had a little bit of a delay with Shopify. Took us an extra week to get it approved. We're now approved. We took Thursday and Friday to clean up some of the stuff that we wanted to clean up. We took Monday, which was today, morning and afternoon, to onboard our first handful of vendors just to make sure the process was smooth. But we are live, baby. Merchants.shoply.com/your username. We'll talk a little bit about that in a second. It's now live. Hopefully you've set that up. You set up your username, your web alias in the past. It's the same as your go.shoply web alias. So to get us going, we've got two vendors who are also two of our leaders. So they understand every piece of the business. They're building a team. One of them has been already selling with us on Shoply 2.0 as a vendor. One of them had already a Shopify store, for his band with his merch. So it was great to see them early on adapting and adopting, what we've put together here with the new Shoply integration. So I'm going to bring these guys on just for a second. Let's talk to Mike Craig. Let's talk to George Cardozo. Guys, you have already taken the time necessary to push the buttons early, to find the problems, to help us see what's working, what's not working. How hard's the process? How clean's the process? What do you think's going to happen? What do you like? And we're going to do this from the merchant perspective. So Mike, your camera's on first, so we'll go first to you, and George, we'll bring you on second.
So first of all, the simplicity is awesome. I mean, I think that's what the most important thing is here. I mean, we're all busy people, and you guys have to understand that obviously if you're a business owner out there as well, you just don't have time to mess with stuff, and so the ease, the simplicity, and the timing it took to actually go through the process was, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, it was literally, 10 minutes. I mean, maybe even less. So that was great, because I don't want to think about those kind of things. The most important thing we're supposed to be focused on is sales. So, so it was encouraging. It was exciting because all these things are obviously, as an influencer pro, I look at it as, oh my gosh, if this is the experience that I'm having, that means that's the experience all these other company and these store owners are going to have. My confidence in everything just went from, it was already here, but now going through the process, it went through the roof, because now I know what people are getting ready to see, not just from a business perspective, but from all of us out there that want to build a business on this as well. It's going to be amazing.
And Mike, you actually were in there before we went live with it. So you were the first person to see it after, the exec team. So you actually saw it before we even made any of the cleaned up edits. And George, you saw it today. How good do you feel as a leader, not just a merchant, but an actual leader of people, leader of influencer pros, that what you saw today is just the first version of the integrations? Like we got ways to go of making it better, improving it, updating it, making it look better. How confident are you now in what we're doing after just seeing the first version today?
Oh man, I'm so excited to just see how this has evolved from 2.0. It was already good. It was a whole lot better than 1.0. It's everything that you've always ever said, and then to see it today with Mike and Kasai just going through it, is just amazing how simple it's going to be. It took me months to get onboarded. You already know, like, because initially it was that much time consuming and different things, so right now it's just a matter of click a few buttons, go through a few steps, and there you go, you're already live. It's really amazing. I can definitely see what's going to happen here. There's going to be so many people that are going to be incredibly excited about just coming on the marketplace and doing like next to nothing, and already being there ready to sell. I cannot wait to start selling, my product, as I know many other people that are going to be doing the same thing. And then couple that, with the 100 Club and all the other things, all the goodies that you're giving us, man. You're making it very easy for us to really get ahead and build an incredible business around the world. So I just want to thank you guys for doing what you do.
How confident are you that we can put thousands of merchants into this pretty quick if we get the right army on board to go sell?
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. I mean, there's nothing else like it, I want to congratulate Claudie, Martin, and Mark. And Mark said it very well. I just want to second what he said, it's a matter of finding the right people. When you got the right people, you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. You can never say the right thing to the wrong person, right? But when you got the right people looking at this, they're going to be like, wow, what is this? I want to be part of this. I never seen nothing like it. And that's exactly what happened to me. I got my brother, Mike, for bringing me on to this. And then I met you a little bit later, but I'm looking at all this stuff, and I've been networking for almost 30 years, as you know. I've never seen anything like this. So the point is that the more that people look, if the right people are looking at this, they're going to come on. And the same thing as the vendors. When they understand that they have absolutely nothing to spend, there's no ad spend here. Okay, I've been actually getting customers on a regular basis on 2.0, and I can only imagine what's going to be with 3.0. And I didn't have to spend any money on advertising. And then the one thing that Nick, is that when you advertise, it could go either way. It could be great, or it could flop really bad, and you still have to pay it. I think that when people realize, as store owners on Shopify realize that here you only pay when the sale is done, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
I agree 1000%, brother. Anyone else from panel want to sound off before we kind of go into a demo here? Guys, I believe there's going to be thousands of merchants just like George who've got a great product that are going to be thrilled to give commission to people to get customers. Mike's been a leader with us since day one, so him already having a Shopify store for his merch for his band was easy to test. Craig, I got you camera on. Go ahead, brother, sound off.
Yeah, look, I think again, for people out there, and a few people have said they've spent a lot of time in network marketing, one thing you need to consider is all of the different revenue models on the Shopify or the Shoply ecosystem are independent business opportunities in their own right. So, if you don't want to build teams, you don't have to. If you want to be the best store acquirer, you can do that. If you want to build the biggest team in the world, you can do that. If you want to just social sell, you can do that. All of the opportunities on the ecosystem can really fit with and align with the way that you want to build the business. So I think that's one of the unique selling points of what the Shoply ecosystem presents. And I say the KFC secret herbs and spices is the integration into Shopify. That allows us to bring the stores on in 5, 10, 15 minutes, and the stores are already sitting there waiting for us. So I'll just round that out. If you're out there pitching the opportunity, just consider some of those key points.
Beautifully stated, perfectly said. Guys, let's move forward. Again, historical moment for us today. I'm so proud of the team. I couldn't tell you guys, how much work these guys do behind the scenes, from our development partners, our internal teams, our external teams. They've worked their butts off to get this to the finish line of the starting point, because this isn't the finish line. This is the finish line of the starting point. And there's two ladies in particular that have leaned in really aggressively here over the last, 30 to 45 days on this project. They're always leaned in aggressively onto projects of the company. They're always leading different the most important projects of the company. But this particular project over the last 30 days, I did my best to step back, because I can be very disruptive in group chats. And because once I see something, I just kind of, my brain says, dive in and solve this, right? So I purposely, over the last few days, I've stepped back. I'm not even logged into stuff, because when you have intelligent people around you, the best thing you can do as a leader is get the hell out of their way. And we've got two extremely, and Jorge, who's not online today, intelligent, passionate, purposeful, hard-working women that have been kicking butt with this project the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to turn over to none other than Rachel in Australia and Stacy. Why don't you guys take it the rest of the way and kind of talk through the experience? Obviously, we've demoed an experience to everybody off the last version of this. But why don't you guys take it away? I'm going to shut up.
Absolutely. Well, look, I've been really excited to get involved in this project, because I was heavily involved in bringing on some of the vendors in 2.0, and we've talked about that. We knew how long some of that had taken. So to be able to sit back and watch this evolve after being involved in 2.0 and looking at this now has been incredibly exciting for me. And to be able to be involved in, looking at, we have to be competitive in this space. So to be able to work with such an amazing, talented team that when we give feedback, they just change it like that. I've never been involved with a tech team that is quite as sophisticated and quick working as these guys. We have now, fine-tuned a lot of this. Stacy and I have taken a lot of the 2.0 Pioneer vendors through this morning on a live demonstration on this. For purpose of time, we won't do a live demonstration today, but we will just quickly step through verbally how easy it was. And you've heard from Mike and you've heard from George as to how simple it is. And I think for me, if I'm trying to break it down to how many clicks it is and how many sections of this it is literally, you put in merchant.shoply.com, your web alias, it takes you to a screen, you put in your details, you put in your Shopify store, it will then bounce you into the app, and then it is literally 4 sections. So I'm estimating probably between 8 to 10 clicks. And it is as simple as it throws you in, you grant access for Shopify and Shoply to work together. You then put in payment details, you then sync your products, and you finalize and launch. It really is that simple. And I know Mike said that it took him 10 minutes, and we've had a little bit of a competition going on between some vendors. Mike was the quickest there for a little while, but we've fine-tuned this now down to one of the vendors reached out on WhatsApp prior to this call, 4 minutes. 4 minutes it took them to follow this process and integrate their Shopify store with the Shoply app. 4 minutes, and that for me is just incredibly exciting, especially when you sit back and you hear George say it took him months to come on with the other process where we were the merchant, we were the KYC. It literally has gone from months for George to 4 minutes. So that in itself is impressive, and everything has been looked at to make it as easy as possible for our merchants out there in relation to the way you are the merchant of record. So there's no reconciliation. You don't have to wait for your money. It's your money straight away, which I think is really, really important. The way inventory is controlled, it is just you are in control of all of this. And I think, that is incredibly important as well. And Stacey, I've done a lot of talking there, so I'm going to throw to you to let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, you guys, there's a lot of thought that's gone into this and making it as simple as possible. And simple is not always a bad word, right? Simple is a good word. Simplicity makes people go to action fast and makes it understandable for them to do so. And so the ease of this and the least amount of friction for vendors to come on means that their path from start to finish is faster for all of us. And that's really makes our job so much easier. Like Nick said, this is the start of a long journey for us. This is the start of the race, even though it's taken a while to get here, because right now we have to pick up the baton. So if you think of it as like a track, a relay race, you have some people that carry the baton and then they hand it off. Well, we're now handing the baton off to the influencer pros that are out there in the field. And it's your job now to pick that baton up and take it to the next person, take it to the vendor and get them onboarded, because without all of the merchants that come to populate our marketplace will be bare. And so that is the reason you guys came into Shoply. That is the reason you became an influencer with the word pro in it, is so that you would have this time in this moment to be able to go out there and get the acquisition of those merchants. And it pays you as part of the incentive plan. It helps build the community. And so it's our job now to pick that baton up and go. There's going to be different assets that are available. Utilize the web alias, the link in your back office with your web alias that has 2 different videos on it. One video that's short, that's like a much more of a commercialized version.
Can we show some of this?
We can show it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why we're on this tonight. Yeah, let's pull up the back office. Let's show them where it is. Anything you guys can show, let's show it, because people are visual.
Yep, you got it. All right, so this is when you pull your web alias and your link from your back office. This is what you'll see when you send it to the merchant. They'll see a video here. They can press play.
Ideal customer.
Once they press play, they have language support here that they can change it to whichever language they would prefer. Then below that is a longer video of Nick doing the Shoply overview for merchants the other day. So last Monday, he filmed that live for us. That is now here with language support as well. So when you click on this, you'll be able to view it and translate it into different languages. And then they can actually go ahead and register right here. So this is exactly what the interface will look like. And then let me change screens. Rachel, if there's anything else you want to add here, I'm going to change screens and show them where they can find the link to here in their back office, but I'll pause and let you talk really quick.
No, I think you touched on all of that. There's just some really good tools there to make sure that you catch before you move on.
I think, guys, on this version, just remember, this is $1, right? It's like my biggest concern is overselling. I got people asking me for the slide deck and this. I'm just like, I mean, you can have it all, but the more you oversell $1, the harder it's going to be. It really just needs to be, hey, just download it and let me go try to make you some sales. If I don't make you some sales, and you don't like it, it doesn't work, cancel it before you ever get charged, right? That's the presentation, in my opinion, for sure. Craig, go ahead. I saw you just pop up.
Look, one thing I said, actually, I've been I guess, trawling through different e-com stores the other day, and I found a few products that I wanted to buy myself. And I said, try us out for $1 and you've got yourself a customer straight away because I'm going to buy it anyway. But if you come onto the platform, you already have a sale made. So, yeah, if there is something that you're going to buy anyway and they're on Shopify, they should be a store on Shoply.
That's a really good way to kick started, brother. So, and in fact, said another way, hey, if I am going to buy this myself, refer it to people, start making videos, start pushing out content, what is that worth the $1 in the download to you? And the answer is going to be yes. And I don't know why none of us have said that before, Craig, because it's such a relevant statement. Guys, think about it. If you're referring this merchant, are you going to make videos? Are you going to push it? Are you probably going to make a purchase? Is one or two other people going to make a purchase guaranteed from your team? Then this should be the reason why they get started with us. Well positioned, Craig. Stace, back to you.
Okay, really quick. I'm going to pull up. I was trying to pull a screenshot because it's such a small text. So give me 2 seconds here. So this is what it will look like when your guys' link to send out to your prospective merchants that you want to get signed up for $1. It'll be on the right-hand side of your back office. So when you go to go.shoply.com and log in, on the right-hand column on the side, if it doesn't show up for you, go ahead and refresh. It should be there now. And this is the link that you're going to send them that will take them to the video and the registration page. And that's all that you guys need. Once they're there, they can watch the videos, they can start the process, and then it'll walk them through the registration as we have it set up.
Perfect. And there's 2 things I don't want to breeze past there because one we just found out. So because somebody just asked us a question in Q&A, so we want to answer this question. And then 2, Stacy just said, if it's not there, refresh. So guys, if you logged in and you don't see it, just hit the refresh button because we need to get the new information loaded to you. And remember, if whatever your web alias is for go.shoply or your username is for go.shoply, it's going to be the same for merchants.shoply. It's going to be the same one. If you change one, it changes the other. So don't forget, if you change it today to something new, anybody that you sent go.shoply to, your old website will no longer be active. So just think that through. If you've already set up go.shoply, think it through before you make another change. If you've never changed it and you've never set it up, then go forward now and get it changed and get it set up. The second thing I want to throw out there is I just double confirmed with our head of integration. The question was asked, hey, when I go to merchants.shoply.com/my username, it doesn't show it listed at the top. I have just triple confirmed that even though you cannot see it, it is working. Our development partners are making it private, and we just told them to make that public. So it might take a couple days before you'll actually see it reflecting at the top, but it is reflecting privately. It's just not reflecting publicly. So that was just something we missed in the first version of this. So thank you for pointing that out. I think it was Yvette that pointed that out. Good catch on that, because we're going to make the change so that it will show publicly here maybe in the next 24 hours, could be 2 days. Stace, back to you.
I think that was it in terms of the where to go to get it and then what it looks like. Is there anything else additional, Rachel, that you have to add?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I think I just want to highlight that, look, there is going to be some tiny little things that are going to pop up. We've got, 30 days, let's say, until the store goes live. We have 30 days with a lot of you guys to streamline this process. So there may be some little things that pop up where we're constantly working around the clock to get those fixed. The team are on it. So we've got the email address set up too as you are going through this process. If there's any issues, Shopify have an amazing help desk to help you through that side of things. And we've got the merchant support at shoply.com, which if you have any questions, concerns, feedback, pop it through to that email address and our team are on standby for that one. But I think, all in all, Nick, it has been an absolute pleasure to work on this project, because it's just, it really shows us what is possible here. And I think that's exciting to each and every one of us.
Well, step by step, guys, we're making new releases and new releases. Everything we've done so far, we've executed on to the T. We've missed one deadline, and it was actually not our miss. We submitted that app weeks early. Shopify came back and gave us changes that we had to make specifically on European data privacy. We made those changes, we resubmitted, and they gave us the sign off a couple days after our release date that we wanted. But we've hit everything else, and we're going to continue to hit all the dates, and we're going to hit it with quality. We're going to hit it with exceptional design and tools that are working and people that are smart. And we're only going to get better and better on our side of the ball. But how about your side of the ball? Your side of the ball is sharing, prospecting, recruiting, messaging, DMing, influencing, presenting, closing, sharing, closing, presenting, objection handling. How much of your side of the ball are you doing? Or are you still waiting? Well, I can't do it yet. So I'm gonna wait till the marketplace goes live. And then your excuse is going to be this. Oh, well, the marketplace is live, but there's not enough stores. And then your excuse is going to be, well, there's enough stores, but now everybody knows about it, so it's too late. Because the people that make excuses are always making excuses. And the people that do the work are always doing the work. Too harsh? Too direct? I don't know. I get harsh and direct because I'm passionate about success for people. And sometimes people aren't clear on what it's going to take to be successful. Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting ain't going to make it successful for you. It's just going to make it successful for somebody else. There's always a reason not to do the work. There's always a reason to wait. There's always a reason not to take action. There's 1,000 of them. There might be 1,000,000 of them. I mean, we could sit here tonight between this panel of experts, and I bet you by 9 o'clock, 13 minutes, we could come up with 300 reasons not to take action. There's all kinds of them. You only need one. You only need one to take action. There's thousands of reasons not to. Well, I'm going to wait until you guys just said that the web alias isn't showing. So I'm going to wait for 2 more days so the web alias is showing. There's always a thing, right? There's always a thing. Well, I didn't like Nick's background on that second video and below the first video. So I'm just going to wait till, It's always a thing for people that need some reason that need a reason to sabotage their own success. Because you're not sabotaging the company's success, you're sabotaging your own success. Because George is going to keep running. Mike Tran is going to keep running. Claudie's going to keep running. Craig is going to keep running. Stacy's going to keep running. Winnie is going to keep running. I'm going to keep running. Mike Craig's going to keep running. Rachel's going to keep running. We're going to keep running. So you're not sabotaging any of ours or the company's success every time you decide not to do something for insert reason. You're only sabotaging your own. Get out of your own way. Have fun. Get excited. Go to work. Share it with everybody. And you don't even need to go get vendors. The vendors are going to come regardless. You don't even need to go get them. But start reaching out to people and start sharing how special this is. Because, guys, this is special. We're going to keep rolling out great tools. We're going to go get vendors. We're going to roll out a great marketplace. Then we're going to roll out more great vendors. And then going to roll out more great vendors. And we're going to add more tools. And, guys, Shoply 4.0 and Shoply 5.0 is already designed. It's outlined. Excuse me. It's already outlined. Once the marketplace goes live, we go right to the roadmap for 4.0. Well, I got to wait till 4.0 is ready. Once 4.0 is ready, then I'm going to do it, buddy. Once 4.0 is up, guys like George are going to have tens of thousands of affiliates and customer rewards members. And then he's going to jump to 100,000. And by the time 5.0 is up, Craig Schultz is going to have 100,000 subscriptions he's getting paid off, and he's going to jump to 500,000 once 5.0 comes out. You're here for a reason. You said yes for a reason. You believe in what we're doing, and guess what? We believe in you. You chose to believe. You show up. You listen. You engage. Believe in yourself. Don't worry about the 1,000 reasons not to do it. You only need one to do it. What is the reason to do it? What is the reason to do it? What is the reason to do it? Is it your kids? Is it you hate your job? Is it retirement? Is it your spouse? Is it you're just tired of mediocrity? What's the reason? Find your reason. You know, so the idea of the reason why has become so cliche now. It's almost hard to talk about without it just like not landing. But when you really get down to it, it's just like, tell you got something passionate, a reason to take action, a desperate reason to take action, you never will. What is that desperate reason? Find it, grab it, and go talk with your action. I can't wait to see which of you are going to be the next 10 Founders Club members. I know George has got several real close. I think Winnie is the first one to break one in her team, though, George. Winnie's got one on you. Right? Who's gonna be the first one to break 5 in their team? I know many of you guys are knocking on the door. Reach out. Instead of calling the same 7 people that already told you no, share it with 10 new people. We seen a ratio here. 10 presentations get you 3. 10 presentations get you 3. Not 10 text messages, not 10 emails, not 10 links that go out. 10 presentations, a follow-up, a conversation, get them through the presentation, yes or no. 10 times will get you 3. I'm excited for all of you for being here tonight. We made history together. Now let's go start putting vendors on the board. One after another, after another, after another, after another. I'm sure we probably got maybe 5 that have said yes, that have already onboarded. So if you want to know how many stores we got, I'll just say 5. I don't know. Tomorrow that number will be 10, and the next day it'll be whatever. So on your mark, get set, go. Put your why to work. Let's go get a couple merchants. And you don't even have to get merchants. Maybe you just needed this to go live to make it real for you. Most importantly, go join the Founders Club member so we can really understand how serious you are by separating yourself from everybody else. Good luck. Tonight's strategy session officially over. Goodbye, everybody.